okay, let's not play with this anymore. You know, one day we all have our last breath. We don't know what it is. We don't know how far away it is. And we can con ourselves, tell ourselves, justify ourselves, and play games. But the truth is, there is a day, a final day and a final breath. And if someone says, well, I don't believe that there's life after death, so therefore it doesn't matter, it doesn't change the fact that there is life after death. And for those that say, well, how would you know? You haven't died, or you're just saying that because you're some religious freak. The truth is, I never even believed in God until after my son was born, and it wasn't because he was born. That's how long it took me to finally look God in the face and say, yes, you know better than me. And I'll tell you this, anyone who's listening, pride is the biggest obstacle to you believing in God. Whether you're an atheist and you think you believe in nothing and it all happened on its own accord, or whether you're someone who maybe was raised in the church but was hurt and walked away and think they're all hypocrites anyway, or whether you're someone who has never even considered what it would mean to believe in a living God. This is for you. The God who made all things, the moon and the stars and the sun, and those of you that think that's a fairy tale, check it out for yourself. If you think you, in your finite mind, or me in mine, can figure out infinity and an infinite creator in our small few pound brain, that defies logic. And no one could prove there is no God, because you would have to know everything to be able to prove it. And more importantly, this, let's stop playing games. Everyone knows in the depths of their heart that there is something greater than themselves. And it isn't just doing good works or charity or being a philanthropist or caring for others. It's greater than that. It's a need for the union with the God who made you, from whom you were separate, until you say yes. It's like being married. You can't say, well, I think I'm kind of married, or maybe I'm married, maybe I'm not married, or I'm not sure I even want to be married. You either are married or you're not married. And once you cross that line, that's when you'll know you're married. When you say, I do to God, because that's what He's offering. And I know some of you in the West have heard it 1,000,000 times before, and you're like, blah, 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 blah. I used to hear it. People would yell at me on the street, Jesus died for your sins, and you're going to go to hell. Now, it didn't sound like very good news to me. But this is the good news. He came in human form, the God of all creation, stepped out of glory, stepped out of holiness, and stepped into a human body to live amongst His creation, His very flawed and sinful creation. Why? Why do that? Why care? There's only one reason. And it's the best four-letter word there is. Love. Only love would send God from His glory to the darkness of this world. And you can't pretend it isn't dark. And some would say, well, He came It's not like it's dark anymore. Because people still won't listen. People still won't follow him. People still do their own thing and choose their will over God's will. One day that will finish. But before that day comes, make a choice. Make the best choice. The one that will save your soul and bring you real life. Life now on the inside and life for eternity. Don't let your pride stop you from the greatest gift ever given. A living God giving his life for you, for me, that we could be his. That's the gospel. Just say yes.